Zimbabwe, mid-2025, a country at a pivotal moment standing at the intersection of history and hope. Here, the weight of a troubled past is ever present, but so too is the promise of real, lasting change. The city's skyline tells a story of resilience and transformation. Years of hyperinflation and political instability have left deep scars on the nation's psyche, shaping the daily lives of millions. But today the conversation is shifting and hope is beginning to take root. The government is wrestling with decades of debt and the pressure to reform, while international institutions watch with cautious optimism, eager to see if this time, things will be different. Most importantly, everyday Zimbabweans are moving from survival mode to actively seeking ways to thrive. The challenges are huge, crushing debt, high unemployment, and the struggle to put food on the table. A history of currency crises has made people wary, but also resourceful and determined to find new solutions. And last year, a severe drought threatens millions, putting even more pressure on communities already stretched to their limits. Yet, there's a new determination. People are debating solutions, not just problems. Across the country, conversations are shifting toward action and innovation. Economic reforms are meeting grassroots innovation, from a gold-backed currency to tech-savvy farmers and young entrepreneurs building new businesses. Zimbabwe's story now is one of real problems but also real progress. Every day, new opportunities are being created and hope is slowly returning. This is a nation fighting for its future, one bold step at a time, determined to write a new chapter in its history. Zimbabwe's economic baggage is heavy, around $21 billion in combined internal and external debt, a staggering sum that weighs down the nation's future and limits its options for growth. This debt is more than just numbers on paper. It's a legacy that blocks access to vital funding for schools, hospitals, and infrastructure, leaving communities struggling to meet even basic needs. The currency saga is infamous. Previous failed attempts at a stable local currency in just 15 years, each one eroding confidence and deepening economic uncertainty. With every failed currency, public trust has crumbled, forcing people and businesses to rely on the US dollar for daily transactions and savings. Rebuilding faith in money is a monumental task, requiring not just policy changes but a shift in mindset and renewed hope for stability. On top of that, a severe El Niño-induced drought has devastated last year's agriculture, drying up fields and leaving farmers with little to harvest. This drought threatened food security for millions. Crop failures and livestock losses became heartbreakingly common, pushing the nation to the brink and making hunger a daily reality for many families. These aren't abstract issues, they shape daily life, from the price of bread at the market to the chances of finding a job or keeping a business afloat. Zimbabwe faces a perfect storm: debt, currency mistrust, and climate disaster, each crisis feeding into the next and compounding the nation's challenges. The government and people must act boldly and decisively, forging new partnerships and embracing innovative solutions to survive and rebuild. The stakes are high and the margin for error is razor thin. Every decision now will shape the country's future for generations. This is the reality Zimbabwe must overcome to move forward, a test of resilience, unity, and hope in the face of daunting odds. In April 2024, Zimbabwe introduced the Zimbabwe Gold, or ZiG, a brand new currency backed by the nation's gold reserves and foreign assets. This bold move marks a significant turning point in the country's economic journey, aiming to restore confidence in the monetary system after years of turmoil. This isn't just a new note, it's a determined bid to restore trust and finally break the cycle of currency instability that has haunted Zimbabwe for decades. For many, it represents a fresh start and a glimmer of hope. The ZiG is at the heart of a broader stabilization plan: fiscal surpluses, curbing central bank excesses, and moving debts onto government books. These reforms are designed to create a more transparent and accountable financial system. The hope is that a stable currency will anchor the economy, tame runaway inflation, and encourage both local and foreign investment. If successful, it could unlock new opportunities for growth and prosperity. For ordinary people, it's a chance to save and plan for the future without the constant fear of losing everything overnight. The ZiG could help families rebuild their lives and dream again. But trust must be earned. After so many failures, skepticism runs deep. Many Zimbabweans remain cautious, waiting to see if this time will truly be different. The government must prove its commitment to discipline and transparency, showing both citizens and the world that it can manage the new currency responsibly. The world is watching closely to see if the ZiG can deliver real, lasting change and set a new standard for economic reform in the region. Its success or failure will define Zimbabwe's economic future, shaping the lives of millions for years to come. Away from the capital, Zimbabwe's real progress is driven by grassroots innovation. In Marondera, beekeepers faced tough odds, unpredictable weather, low yields, and hard labor. Then came a breakthrough: IoT sensors in hives, sending real-time data to mobile apps. Suddenly, beekeepers could monitor hive health remotely, boosting efficiency and saving colonies. The results? Honey production soared. One farmer more than doubled her output in just 6 months. Higher yields mean better incomes and new opportunities for families. This isn't just about technology, it's about empowerment and resilience. The beekeeping project proves that targeted innovation can transform rural lives. Progress isn't just GDP, it's mothers affording school fees and farmers building better futures. Zimbabwe's grassroots ingenuity is lighting the way forward. After years of isolation, Zimbabwe is re-engaging with the world. The structured dialogue platform, led by African and regional leaders, brings Zimbabwe and its creditors to the table. The goal: clear arrears and restructure debt, a complex but crucial process. The IMF has recognized Zimbabwe's progress, launching a new staff-monitored program. This isn't about instant cash, but about building credibility and a track record of reform. International partners are cautiously optimistic, but their support is conditional on continued progress. Regional bodies like SADC are backing Zimbabwe, knowing its stability is vital for the region. The message is clear: reforms must be real and sustained. The world is ready to help if Zimbabwe keeps walking the path of change. The stakes are high, but the opportunity is real. Economic reforms alone aren't enough. Governance is the real test. Zimbabwe has made positive moves: token debt payments, compensation to former farmers, and abolishing the death penalty. Legal reforms and anti-corruption efforts signal progress toward rule of law. But setbacks remain. Controversial laws threaten civic space and risk derailing debt resolution. The international community insists economic gains must be matched by democratic reforms. Shrinking freedoms and limited civil society engagement could jeopardize everything. Zimbabwe must balance reform with openness, or risk losing hard-won momentum. The path to a new Zimbabwe demands both economic and democratic progress. Mid-2025, Zimbabwe is moving forward, but the outcome is still uncertain. A credible new currency circulates, debt talks are underway, and grassroots innovation is thriving. There's hope, but the journey is far from over. The government must maintain fiscal discipline and transparency to secure the ZiG's future. Debt resolution and international goodwill require political will and diplomatic skill. Progress must include everyone. Democratic freedoms and civil society are essential. The success of rural innovators shows what's possible when people are empowered. True progress is measured in opportunity and freedom, not just numbers. Zimbabwe's future will be built by its people: policymakers, entrepreneurs, and farmers alike. The foundation is set. Now, the nation must finish the work and turn hope into lasting change.